2010 is in full swing, but it's never too early to take a look back at the year that half was. February 4th was a super day. A new international sign for choking was created. Meet the KFC Double Down, China's new population control. So Soundgarden is reunited, which will hopefully stop Chris Cornell from doing any more solo albums. On May 18th, the Rolling Stones reissued Exile on Main Street. Along with the remastered originals, the album includes unreleased material that Keith Richards mistakenly snorted. So Big Ben let Little Ben do the thinking for him, and now Pittsburgh hates him. Now the picture in question here is slightly ambiguous, but I don't think it is a reference to his roster spot. Now, if this was Oakland, it would say Shank Ben. I think we all know what that means. Nevertheless, Jailbird OJ said he could still use a teammate in his backfield. Gaddafi called for holy war against Switzerland. No, really, he did. It's not a joke. I guess it's hard to take men with muumuu seriously. Did the Lakers win a championship again? Oh no, that's just Greece rioting. I'd like to thank Dancing with the Stars and Kate Gosselin for warning us of the potential horrors of humans catching mad cow. Really, the show is just like one big public service announcement. Thank you, ABC. Sex and the City is like herpes. Just when you think it's gone, it's back. On April 17th, Ubaldo Jimenez threw the first no-hitter in Rockies history. However, the more impressive no-hitter was hurled several months prior by Heidi Montag with her album Superficial. Her friends and family should each expect several hundred copies as holiday stocking stuffers. Let's show the Heidi picture. You know, I'd really like to sit in on that consultation. I imagine the surgeon's sitting there, explained to Heidi her options, and he finally asked her, well, which Joker do you want to look like, the Cesar Romero version or the Jack Nicholson version? And then she came out looking like the Heath Ledger. It makes me wonder if she screamed for the mirror as she tore off the bandages. Go to the next fucking picture, Jesus Christ. Okay, so a volcanic fury erupted, panicking European travelers. No, wait, Glenn, it's not your turn. So let me get this straight. Conan lost his gig to a guy that's been doing the same OJ and Clinton jokes every night for the past 20 years, and Carson Daly still has a job. WTF, people. A sudden explosion spewing thousands of barrels of crude oil, wreaking untold damage on the wildlife. No, Glenn. I promise I'll tell you when it's your turn. I'll give you a sign and wink, how about that? Look at the industrial waste littering our shorelines. Okay, that was a little bit harsh. But Jersey Shore is actually returning, now a second and third season. And I've been trying to think of a catchy tagline that they could use. And I think it would go something like this. Jersey Shore, this is why I live 10 minutes from Des Moines. Law and Order is ending, but luckily there's a new spin-off to take its place called Law and Order, Order and Law. The creepy sound effect will now be played by a kazoo. The series Lost also ends where the entire cast takes a Southwest plane to Albuquerque because nothing ever goes wrong on a Southwest flight to Albuquerque. The NFL Draft had its first run in prime time. In a surprise move, the Denver Broncos used the 23rd overall selection on Jesus of Nazareth. Tim Tebow. So easy to confuse the two. Also of note, Sam Bradford went first overall to the league purgatory, colloquially known as the Rams. Hey Sam, just be happy East St. Louis doesn't have a team. In related news, Count Olaf, Al Davis pulled the plug on Jamarcus Russell, cementing Jamarcus' status as the biggest draft bust ever. Somewhere Ryan Leaf is high-fiving Tony Mandarich. And yes, this was all just a clever ploy to get to a Tony Mandarich joke. Jamarcus seems to have taken the news rather well, as he was recently spotted embarking on his new career as a competitive eater. Betty White fans go too far as she poses for Playboy. And if you think that was bad and awful and horrid and horrendous and terrible, well, it is, but just be happy I didn't segue to a joke about her posing for Hustler Golden Girls edition. Believe me, it can happen. President Bush announced he will release his memoir, entitled Decision Points, a candid review of 12 critical choices the former president made in his life. The project was a collaboration between a speechwriter who sketched the work and the former president who then colored it in. A national uproar was caused when a Texas school board hired these men to rewrite its history textbooks. So the healthcare debate heated up, and the teabaggers boiled, shouting, Obama's a communist. No, he's a socialist. No, he's a national socialist. No, he's a fascist. No, he's a Bolshevist. No, he's a liberal. No, he's a Muslim. No, he's a Kenyan. No, he's a Mennonite. No, he's an Anabaptist. No, he's a Reformed Episcopalian. And he's really a Clippers fan. The teabaggers are right. Americans are un-American. Now that healthcare is passed, I'm moving to Costa Rica. Oh, they have healthcare. Okay, Latvia. Oh, they have it too? Belarus? How about Bosnia? Australia? Mongolia? Turkmenistan? Azerbaijan? Pakistan? Libya? Sri Lanka? Whoa. Hold on. Libya has healthcare. You mean to tell me the country that's run by the guy with the muumuu has healthcare and we don't? Okay, I've got it. Zimbabwe. They've got a Denny's, right? So Obama found his spine telling aides that BP needs to fill the damn hole. To that end, under executive order, BP will now be policed by the Petroleum Offshore Reclamation National Office, headed by Czar Ron Jeremy. I tried to get World Cup fever, and all I got was measles. Bono's sudden back surgery forced the delay of U2's 360 tour. In the meantime, I thought I'd share an ironic little musing about the song Where the Streets Have No Name. There actually is a major capital where there are no street signs. It's Pyongyang. They took down all the signs because they're paranoid about an invasion from the south. Maybe that's why they sink submarines now. So please do be sure to say a little prayer for SpongeBob SquarePants, the next enemy of the North Korean state. Okay, Glenn, now it's your turn. My mother taught me never to argue with idiots. They drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Clearly the world capitulates to the gravity of your buffoonery. Well, that's it for now. I'm going on vacation, so our next video will be a 12-part series about deciding where I should go. I told my travel agent I really like Cleveland, but I think I'm going to go with Miami at the last minute.